Top 20 Police Supervisor Interview Questions and Answers. A police supervisor coordinates the effective handling of different cases. Certain areas are always accessed in a police supervisor interview. These 20 questions should be a good starting point. 1. Why are you interested in this role? Sample answer. For the last 20 years in the police force, I have worked to better several communities. I believe in giving back to the community through my work at the force. This role will help me improve on what I have been doing for the last 2 decades. Also, I am passionate about my work, and the job requirements describe me fully. 2. What are the roles of a police supervisor? Sample answer. A police supervisor coordinates handling cases and investigations and oversees the cases to ensure that they are done according to the law. He or she defines the success of the force and evaluates any problem that may come up in investigating a case. 3. What are the qualities that a police supervisor should have to be effective? Sample answer. A police supervisor should be a good communicator and possess excellent leadership skills. He or she should be a person of integrity and a team worker. 4. What major challenges did you face during your last role? Did you handle it? Sample answer. I had a team member who was always behind time. I could not replace or send her to a different department because she was the most skilled in the area that we were tackling. I decided to have a sit down with her and listen to her side. In 1 week, I had helped her solve what she was undergoing, and no problem ever came up. 5. Describe your daily routine as a police supervisor. Sample answer. My day begins early. Upon getting to work, I review the cases brought and give the officers cases to work on. I then ensure that the cases have been handled effectively and legally. I also attend meetings with my superiors and evaluate any problems that may arise as cases are handled. 6. Briefly describe your experience. Sample answer. Upon finishing my training, I was posted in. Provide the name of the police station or post. I was charged with. Outline the roles. After 2 years, I was promoted to. Provide the role, where I was responsible for. Mention your work. I then left the service to focus on personal investments, a period where I learned a lot about management. 7. What kind of strategies and mindset is required for this role? Sample answer. A police supervisor needs a positive mindset. He or she should inspire hope to the community who will be expecting service delivery. He or she should have a no-exit strategy since good policing involves making tough decisions and working round the clock. 8. What is the biggest challenge that you foresee in this job? Sample answer. I have never worked in this area, and therefore, I am not quite known in the community. Clicking with the surrounding community may take longer. However, this should not be a big concern since it will cease to be an issue with time. 9. How do you stay motivated at work? Sample answer. I love challenges. I always feel the urge to exceed my expectations. Meeting new challenges every day gives me the thrill that I need. Also, I love helping people. Coming to work gives me a chance to help more people, which keeps me going. 10. Describe a time you failed in this role and the lesson you learned. Sample answer. While I was still new to the police force, I once forgot to salute my boss, which got me reprimanded. I learned to always be alert and responsive. 11. Why is there a gap in your resume? Sample answer. I wanted to try a different thing in life, and therefore, decided to temporarily halt my career and invest my time in certain projects. 12. Have you ever disagreed with your fellow worker? How did you solve it? Sample answer. I used to have problems with a fellow police officer. I was opposed to some of his methods when handling civilians. After a month of ever arguing, I approached him during lunchtime, and we ironed out our issues and discovered that the problem lay in communication. 13. How would those around you describe you? Sample answer. Those who have been around me for quite some time would say that I do not give up easily. When I began my career, I would keep asking many questions until my boss started to get irritated. I would also try different ways and avenues until I cracked a case. 14. What did not impress you in your former role? Sample answer. My last job had lots of great things. However, I still believe that there should have been a direct channel for communicating with superiors for urgent cases. 15. What has been your biggest achievement in the force? Sample answer. I joined the force to fight gangs that I saw terrorizing people in the place I grew up. 5 years into my career, I was posted in my hometown and charged with investigating gang activities in the area. After conclusive investigations, we managed to take down some of the most vicious gangs in our region. This, to date, has been one of my greatest achievements since I got to give back to my community. 16. Why do you think you are the best candidate for this role? Sample answer. I have been in the police force for the past 2 decades. I have seen and led some of the biggest criminal takedowns in my area of operations. I have also taken the time and educated myself on matters touching on police work. I have also been in several leadership roles and boards. 17. What are some of your weaknesses? Sample answer. I have always had temper issues. However, I have had several appointments with professionals who have helped me work on it. I am glad that it has never affected my work. 18. How would you deal with pressure from those in power? Sample answer. As a great believer in justice and the law, I cannot allow any external power to influence my work. Therefore, I will decline and report the matter or pursue a legal course. 19. What are some of the factors that allow a police officer to enjoy discretion? Sample answer. A police officer is allowed to use discretion for petty offenses such as public urination. This discretion is influenced by the suspect's behavior, complaints, suspect's record, the guardian's attitude, and systems variables. 20. How would you describe your management style? Sample answer. I am a manager who believes in results. However, that does not mean that I am always serious and unapproachable. My management style dictates bringing everybody on board and appreciating their efforts while still being hard on results.